Miami Dolphins injury update 2025. Fullback Alec Ingold concussion in training camp. Injury storm clouds gather again. Miami Dolphins Alec Ingold latest to fall. Just when it seemed like the Miami Dolphins were finally escaping the injury vortex that had plagued their 2025 training camp, disaster struck again. Following a string of positive updates, including the anticipated Week 1 return of right tackle Austin Jackson, the mild diagnosis for edge rusher Jaelan Phillips, and the welcome back of safety Ifeatu Melifonwu from the non-football injury list, the team's fortunes took a dismal turn. The brief respite before the fall. Sunday's practice had been progressing smoothly, with the Dolphins focusing on short yardage work pinned against their own goal line when fullback Alec Ingold went down. The scene unfolded ominously. Ingold remained on the ground after a play, prompting the immediate intervention of trainers. Though he eventually walked off the field under his own power, the initial concern was palpable. Diagnosis and aftermath. Post-practice reports from trusted sources, including the Miami Herald's Claude Smalls, confirmed the worst fears. Ingold had suffered a concussion, automatically triggering the NFL's stringent concussion protocols. Given the Dolphins' historically cautious approach to head injuries, it's likely that Ingold's return to practice will be carefully managed, with the team prioritizing his health over haste. Understanding the implications. For those new to the NFL's concussion protocols, here's a brief primer. These guidelines are designed to protect players from the potentially devastating long-term effects of repeated head trauma. The process typically involves a series of cognitive and physical tests to ensure the player's safe return to play. The Dolphins, having named Ingold to the 2023 Pro Bowl, are well aware of his value and will likely err on the side of caution. Alec Ingold, a brief background. Ingold, now in his fourth year with the Dolphins after spending 3 seasons with the Oakland-Las Vegas Raiders, has been an integral part of the team's offensive strategy. His Pro Bowl recognition in 2023 underscored his contributions to the Dolphins' success. Looking ahead, as the Dolphins enjoy an off day on Monday before transitioning into game week mode, all eyes will be on Ingold's progress. The team's preseason Week 1 matchup against the Chicago Bears next Sunday, preceded by a joint practice in Chicago on Friday, will undoubtedly be impacted by Ingold's status. But here's where it gets controversial. Should teams prioritize player health over competitive advantage, even if it means potentially losing games? Is the NFL's concussion protocol stringent enough, or are there loopholes that could compromise player safety? We want to hear from you. Do you think the Dolphins are handling Ingold's injury correctly? Should the NFL reconsider its concussion protocol to better protect players? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Dolphins, Alec Ingold in concussion protocol, training camp highlights player updates. In a shocking turn of events, during the Miami Dolphins' Sunday training camp practice, fullback Alec Ingold was unexpectedly struck by misfortune, leaving the team and fans alike holding their breath. Ingold, known for his robust performance as a lead blocker, suddenly found himself motionless on the field after a routine play. The gravity of the moment was palpable as teammates quickly signaled for medical assistance, creating a somber atmosphere that paused the practice's otherwise high-energy vibe. As Ingold lay still, wearing his protective guardian cap, the intensity of the situation was evident in the hushed silence that enveloped the field. Eventually, Ingold managed to rise to his feet under his own power, offering a sigh of relief to those watching. Before walking into the team's facility for further evaluation, a team spokesperson later confirmed that Ingold has entered the concussion protocol, sparking concerns about his immediate future with the team. Amidst the concern for Ingold, there were other noteworthy developments from the Dolphins' Sunday practice that showcased both the team's resilience and areas needing improvement. Cornerback Storm Duck emerged as a standout performer, earning praise from coach Mike McDaniel for his consistent performance. Duck's emergence in his second season could prove crucial for a secondary unit in need of reliable cornerbacks to bolster their defensive efforts. Wide receiver Jalen Waddle provided a dazzling display of skill, making a spectacular one-handed catch over the middle from quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, much to the delight of the fans present. However, Waddle's performance wasn't without mishaps, as he slipped on a subsequent route, resulting in an incompletion for backup quarterback Zach Wilson. Tagovailoa faced his first interception of the camp when safety Minkah Fitzpatrick brilliantly cut off a route near the goal line. Fitzpatrick's interception seemed destined for a pick six, but wide receiver Tyreek Hill's impressive speed prevented the score. Tagovailoa recovered swiftly, connecting with wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Ikine for a touchdown over the middle. In a high-pressure scenario, Tagovailoa demonstrated poise, guiding the Dolphins' offense from their own 40-yard line to within field goal range in just 38 seconds. The drive culminated in a successful 37-yard field goal by kicker Jason Sanders. Wilson also orchestrated a field goal drive under similar circumstances, with Sanders converting from 53 yards. Linebacker Jordan Brooks displayed exceptional form, sacking Tua early in team drills and combining with rookie defensive tackle Kenneth Grant to disrupt a run play effectively. However, the practice wasn't without its setbacks, as center Aaron Brewer experienced a shaky moment, sending a snap soaring over Tagovailoa's head during his second session snapping in 11-on-11 drills. Safety Ifeatu Melifonwu made a significant return to the practice field, having been activated off the non-football injury list prior to Sunday's drills. His comeback adds depth to the safety position following the sidelining of Ashton Davis due to a lower left leg injury. Notably absent from the practice were several key players, including outside linebacker Jaelan Phillips, right tackle Austin Jackson, cornerbacks Cam Smith, and Jason Marshall Jr., safeties Ashton Davis and Dante Trader Jr., tight end Jalen Conyers, and tackle Bayron Matos. While some worked out on the side, their absence was keenly felt. Newly signed offensive tackle Germain Ifeatu, a seasoned veteran from the Seattle Seahawks, joined the Dolphins, donning number 62 in his debut practice. Ifeatu's experience could prove invaluable as the team seeks to solidify its offensive line. As the dust settles on the Dolphins' latest practice, the focus shifts to the players whose stock has risen and fallen. Cornerback Storm Duck's consistency has earned him praise and a potential starting role, while edge rusher Bradley Chubb's back-to-back tackles for loss and sack against Patrick Paul highlight his dominance. Conversely, wide receiver Malik Washington's lackluster performance and inability to create separation have raised concerns about his role in the team's plans for the upcoming season. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of football, where even the most routine plays can lead to unforeseen consequences. As the Dolphins regroup and prepare for their next challenge, the health and readiness of their players will undoubtedly be at the forefront of everyone's minds. Miami Dolphins Alec Ingold in concussion protocol. Latest update impact on team. In a concerning development for the Miami Dolphins, fullback Alec Ingold has entered the concussion protocol, as confirmed by the team. This 29-year-old athlete sustained a head injury during the latter part of Sunday's practice session. The exact circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear. During a situational drill, with the team positioned near their own end zone, Ingold suddenly collapsed right after the ball was snapped. Medical trainers quickly rushed to assist him, while the rest of the team knelt in silence, and the atmosphere at the Baptist Health Training Facility turned somber. Since joining the Dolphins in March 2022, Ingold has been a pivotal figure in the team's rushing strategy. Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins quarterback, emphasized Ingold's importance, stating, "I think Alec Ingold is definitely a big piece to that puzzle with our run game." During an interview in mid-November 2024, Ingold's influence extends beyond his on-field performance. His leadership qualities have been recognized by his teammates, who elected him as a captain for 2 consecutive seasons in 2023 and 2024. Coach Mike McDaniel highlighted Ingold's leadership in October 2024, saying, "There's a lot of guys that have leadership skills and play the game to have a C on their chest. He proved to every teammate not that he needed to at all, but he really wore the C on his chest, leading, helping our offense operate, but really did some outstanding things at the point of attack against a physical front that's really trying to inflict punishment on fullbacks in general. He was instrumental. He was at the point of attack a ton and had a very, very high execution rate. With several key leaders from the previous season no longer part of the Dolphins, Ingold's role as a leader is expected to become even more significant. Reflecting on the team's changes, Ingold remarked on July 22nd, "We lost a lot of great leaders, a lot of great captains, a lot of great production. But every team goes through that. If we can utilize some of that turnover to have fresh faces, fresh opportunities, people stepping up and coming into their own, I think we have to trust that. So I think we have the roster and the team where we need it. And it really comes down to trusting each other in those conversations. So leaders, captains, role players, scout team, like it doesn't really matter. We all need to get on the same page, trusting each other." This article was initially published on August 3, 2025 at 12:01 p.m. C. Isaiah Smalls II, a sports and culture writer, covers the Miami Dolphins. Previously, he worked at the Miami Herald as a race and culture reporter, where he created the 44%, a newsletter focused on the Black men who voted to incorporate the city of Miami. Smalls is an alumnus of Morehouse College and Columbia Graduate School of Journalism, and has also contributed to ESPN's Anscape,